State budget will cut funding for services for everyday Ohioans and instead provide tax breaks to the wealthy, as well as $600 million for the Cleveland Browns. The budget contains many harmful provisions, including underfunding public schools and libraries. It threatens Medicaid expansion coverage by cutting state funding if the federal match falls below 90%, putting roughly 770,000 Ohioans at risk for losing their health care. Let's face it, we can kind of grasp what the federal government plans to do about Medicaid. It will also severely impact the social workforce. It will defund certain homeless shelters that support transgender youth. It bans Medicaid coverage of gender-affirming mental health care for all ages. The budget cuts hundreds of millions of dollars in public school funding while increasing funding for private school vouchers. Vouchers already receive double the amount of state funding per student compared to public schools. It also caps the carryover balance of public schools to 40%. Carrying over a cash balance allows districts to avoid levying property owners as often. This budget will fund libraries with a $25 million cut, and after a year, the public library fund will no longer exist. That opens your public libraries up to further defunding in the future years without a guarantee that they will even be funded at all. This is devastating for cities like Cincinnati, who boast the third best library system in the nation, third only to the New York Public Library and the LA County Public Library System. Furthermore, the Ohio Library Council said it's also concerned about a provision ordering libraries to ensure materials related to sexual orientation and or gender identity can't be seen by minors. The language itself is only 5 lines long and is overly broad and vague. But I think a lot of Ohioans believe that should be up to the individual patrons and parents. It will also likely end up being a costly, unfunded mandate. So do me a huge favor. I know there is a lot to be mad at. Pick one thing and call the governor. You can call Governor DeWine at 614-644-4357